What is going on, guys? Hope everyone is doing good. We are here for the Apple 2025 recap WWDC. And honestly, I was kind of disappointed. I won't even lie. I was kind of disappointed with the situation. To be honest and truly, um, I expected them to have much more. To be honest with you, it only lasted like an hour, but overall, we didn't really get much. We had the update for the iPods Pro. We had a few upgrades for the Apple Watches, and then we had the iPhone 17. But more to say it to least, but it's just like it wasn't too much things any interesting, right? So like, if we go at it right now, we have the basically the Apple AirPods. The only thing that I enjoy about the Apple AirPods, to be honest with you, is the fact that um the best feature about it is obviously they upgraded the buds that they could stay into the ear much more. Props to that, because I know a lot of people complaining the fact that the buds are always falling off. But for me, the only upgrade towards it basically is it's the fact that we have live translations. Now we don't know how coherent the live translations are going to be. We don't know how good we don't even know if there's a maximum of languages. But the fact of the matter is that the live translations obviously need to be, I guess, with other iPhones, or if you don't, the live translation will be updated through your phone itself. So basically, if you're randomly somewhere and basically, and you are talking to someone and the other person does not have their earbuds in too, the phone will translate what they're saying based on what you're saying to me through the phone. Other than that, that's basically it. After that, obviously, we had the Apple Watches. They basically just gave upgrades to the Apple Watches, honestly and truly. They didn't do much for it, to be honest. They just upgraded it. We have the Apple CE, Apple Watch CE, and the Apple Watch Ultra, which is not too bad, obviously, right? It's not too bad. We can't complain, right? It's okay for people who like the Apple Watches. Then we had the Ultra, which was basically just a few little high-end upgrades from here. To be honest with you, nothing special to say the least. When it comes to that, it was honestly whatever. It was to me it was nothing too special about it. It was nothing too creative. We were all here basically for one thing and one thing only, and that was for the iPhone 17, right? So iPhone 17 is coming out. It's coming in with the iPhone 17. We have the iPhone Air, and then we have the iPhone 17 Pro, and then the Pro Max. Now, they did a lot of different upgrades for the phone. They added a lot of honestly and truly, guys, let me know. Is it even worth getting the 17? Because I feel like the 16 is just as strong. As you can see, the durability, the units, they actually had it. They made it 120 hertz finally for all standard phones between the 17 and up. And obviously we have the A19 chip, standard, straightforward, basically nothing to complain. They say it's just as strong as a MacBook. Well, I guess it's perfectly fine. You can run some games on it too, which is pretty decent. I mean, for all people who play games on their phone. But now, when it comes to the iPhone, a lot of people tend to talk about basically what the camera settings can do. And now we have a new settings here, basically. With the front camera has an AI system where basically you can take a selfie and the AI can actually open up the frame to see if you have more than one person inside. Usually whenever you have the phone in front of you, and if there was people around you, let's say 3 or 4 people, as you see here, you'll see eventually, you would have to tilt your phone horizontally to get other people. Here, the AI, if it's going to show it right here, it automatically zooms out for you without having to turn your phone. That's pretty cool. I'll say the least. That's perfectly fine. Then we have the iPhone Air, which supposedly they say is the thinnest phone that they have. Is it the thinnest phone? Who knows? It is what it is. The iPhone Air will most likely be for people who don't want anything so big. There's actually people who like skinny phones, which is perfectly fine. You know, it is what it is. People enjoy having skinny phones. Then we have, obviously, coming down to the 17 Pro. The only thing that was fine, what I find interesting with the 17 Pro is the fact that they made it only with 3 colors. We have this color here, we have another one, and there's actually no black. I mean, I'm not really mad about it. It is what it is. It's up to them. The only phone, I guess, that has the black, I think it's the 17, and then the iPhone Air. Those have black. But this, the Pro and Pro Max, from if I remember correctly, they only have basically 3 colors. Now, the specs for it's pretty much the same. A lot of people say they took this from the Pixel. I think they did, but hey, listen, iPhone's gonna do whatever they want. The concept of the camera, this is what we all talk about now, is that it is basically one of the strongest cameras out there. They're even saying that this could be the Sony FX3 killer. Is that the case? Who knows? But just to say the least is that all lenses are going to be 48 megapixels. So as you can see, they all have the infusion sense system inside, which is pretty cool, you know. But to be honest with you, people are only going to be upgrading because of the camera and the minor specs. If not, if you don't care for the camera system, you can stick with the 16 Pro Max. I still have my 14 Pro and I have my 13 Pro, and they both do well. The only thing that's going to be different, which is really cool, is that now the Pro and the Pro Max have 8K. And as you can see, they have 4 fusion telephoto camera and 8 times telephoto. Still not a lot compared to the Samsung, but I guess they're getting there slowly, right? It is what it is. But camera quality wise, it looks really well. Some of the photos are really done really well. You know, you're going to get high res. A lot of people will be able to do, you won't need to buy a big ass camera or a professional camera to do the work like I usually do with my camera, to do content or whatever you're going to be doing. Like I do social media management, and I use my bigger camera and my 14K for different stuff. But if you're upgrading, let's say from like an 11 or maybe a 11 or 12, you can upgrade. But if you have like a 14, 15, 16, honestly and truly, you won't need to upgrade again. These are just some of the settings that they have, some of the photos that people have taken with the camera, which is honestly pretty well straightforward. Other than that, you know, as we could see here, I'll show you in a second, the cameras will come in gen lock, which is actually not that bad. And we're going to have, let's see if they have it, we're going to push it up here soon, Dolby 4K 120 ProRes ASS ProRes and gen lock, which is actually pretty well, it's pretty standard for some of the more professional cameras. So honestly, the upgrade for the camera system, if you're using it for more work and everything, is going to be perfectly fine. Other than that, to be honest with you, upgrade if you want to. Yes, as you can see here, they have a little thin case like people who have for their glasses. They have it for their phone too. They thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty shit. But anyway, so this is going to be it. Let's pause it here. So we have 48 megapixel 8-chip vapor chamber. The vapor chamber concept is basically their Pro is going to have a much bigger battery. So basically what's going to happen is the vapor is actually going to help cool down the phone, because you know how phones like to overheat a lot. And 3 colors, as you saw, Apple Intelligence, much more battery life. The Pro Max will be 6.9, and yeah, that's basically it, to be honest with you. Like I said, if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But end of the day, I don't need to upgrade. I have my 14 Pro Max. I'm still doing very well with it. Mind you, you can't really see it here, but I did chip off, unfortunately, one of my lens here, but I still end up using it. But I have my bigger camera. But like I said, if you're like an 11 or 12, definitely can go for the upgrade. They kept it the same price as the previous predecessors of the 16. If not, it's up to you if you want to upgrade, but that's basically a little recap. If you guys enjoyed the Apple 2025 conference, leave a comment to figure out what were your tips and taps. What did you want to see? I know some people wanted the back charger to have like the ability to be able to charge yourself through their phone, but that didn't happen. So yeah, but if there was something you wanted to see but you didn't see, leave a comment. We'd love to hear what would be your thoughts. Are you gonna get the new iPhone? Are you not? And what's gonna be the tips or taps? I think the next thing that's gonna happen is obviously the OS 26 that should be coming out soon. But low key, I'm gonna be switching to Samsung, like back into this. Don't forget to like, subscribe. My name's Steven Lionheart. I'm a social media management. I do tech and everything else and reels. And yeah, that was basically it.